Hello, welcome back. And here we are with another episode where we learn Greek from song lyrics. And this time it's a very beautiful old song. I don't know the exact year of it. It's called Ston Ourano Ein'ena Asteri. In the sky there is a star. It's a beautiful little song describing a star, the loneliness of a star, and making a metaphor for the loneliness of the singer. And you will see it's a very easy to understand song. It's not very long, and it has a beautiful melody. It's sung by Kaiti Chomata, who is an old singer of the 1960s. So the first line, Ston Ourano Ein'ena Asteri. Ston Ourano, in the sky. Uranos is the sky. Eine, and here the eine is abbreviated to in, because after that comes the ena. And this is a thing that's often done, particularly in songs, when you want to have a particular length of the line, and you have a word ending with one syllable and then the next word beginning with the same, then repeating the syllable is not good, because then you get this very long if you said Ston Ourano Ein'ena Asteri, right? You have this in the between, which doesn't sound so good. So what you do is to drop the end of the first word. Ston Ourano Ein'ena Asteri, Ein'ena Asteri, Ein'ena Asteri, right? You combine them and make one word out of it. And finally, Asteri is the star. We talked about this in other videos. This is where we get astronomy from, and astrology, and words like this that exist in English today. Ston Ourano Ein'ena Asteri. Ein'ena Asteri, so this is a repetition, you can understand this. Makrino, μες στον ατέλειωτο ουρανό. Makrino, makria means far away, so makrino means the star is far away. Mes is again abbreviated mesa. Mesa means inside, in, and in this case, in what? Ston atelioto. Ateliotos comes from teliono. Teliono means to finish something, comes from telos, which is the end. So telos, teliono, and the a in the beginning is called the depriving a, the depriving a. This is often added in Greek as a prefix to show that something is not the case, right? So it's a negative. And you have telos or telioto, teliomeno, which is the end of something, something has ended, and then you have a telioto. It does not end. So in this case, it means endless. Endless Urano, sky. So in the sky there is a star, is the first line. Second line, there is a star far away in the endless sky. Again, Ston Ourano Ein'ena Asteri. You see now why this is a very easy song, because it repeats the same sentence again and again. Που είναι μονάχο του. Που είναι μονάχο του. Που, that, which, the star, which, είναι, is. I have a whole video about the word is, ine, so you can go and see there the various forms of ine. Μονάχο του. Monacho is, interestingly, the word where monk comes from. Monacho, monachos, is the monk, and it means alone. Monos means alone. Monachos is a variant of this. So, μονάχο του, the star is alone. Που είναι μονάχο του, the star is alone. Και που το, and which I, and now comes what I am doing with it, symbono. And symbono, we have also talked about this in the past. The prefix sin in the beginning means and so symbono means and and ponos is the pain. So I together feel the pain, and this means, I am feeling with it. I am having empathy with its fate, with its feelings. I have sympathy for it. This means I feel together with it. I feel its pain. Σύμβονο.
Στον ουρανό Ein'ena Asteri, τις νύχτες όταν τριγυρνώ, γυρνά κι αυτό στον ουρανό.
So, let's go on with the second part of this song. Ston Ourano Ein'ena Asteri. No, we know this, in the sky there is a star. Τις νύχτες όταν τριγυρνώ. Τις νύχτες, in the nights. One night is nύχτα, νύχτες is a plural. Τις νύχτες, in the nights, όταν τριγυρνώ. When όταν means when, τριγυρνώ. Γυρνώ means to turn. Γυρίζω, γυρνώ is to turn. Γύρω means to go around and around. And τριγυρνώ means I am going around and around. I'm walking around and around aimlessly through the city, right? It's not said here, but this is what it means, or through the countryside, whatever. I'm walking around aimlessly. Τριγυρνώ. And when this happens, in the night, when this happens, γυρνάει κι αυτό. Γυρνάει, the same word, it turns. Γυρνώ is I turn, γυρνάς is you turn, γυρνάει, it turns. Γυρνάει, the star, και αυτό, it too, στον ουρανό, in the sky. In the night, when I'm turning around, when I'm walking around in the city aimlessly, it also walks around in the sky. So there's this parallel again between me and the star. We are both lonely. We are both like lonely stars turning around, sleepless, walking around.
Στον ουρανό βρήκα ένα αστέρι, βρήκα ένα σύντροφο της νύχτας φωτεινό.
Στον ουρανό βρήκα ένα τέρι. Στον ουρανό, in the sky, βρήκα, βρίσκω means to find. I found. I found, βρήκα, ένα, one, τέρι. Τέρι is the pair, the second part of a pair, something that fits. There is the verb ταιριάζω, which means to fit. You can say, my shoes fit me, τα παπούτσια ταιριάζουν. And this τέρι means you have found the second part of a pair that fits the first part perfectly. So, a τέρι is normally used for your partner. You would say, my wife is my τέρι. It's my other part which fits me perfectly. Or my best friend is a τέρι. But ταιριάζω is more general. You can say two shoes fit together because they are a pair, or a dress fits with my shoes, or my dress fits with my hat. They make a good τέρι. They make a good pair together. So this pair is more generally, right? Means the pairing works well between these things. Στον ουρανό βρήκα ένα τέρι. In the sky I have found a partner. You could translate perhaps. Βρήκα έναν σύντροφο. Βρήκα, again, I found. Βρίσκω is the verb. Βρήκα is the past form of it. I found έναν σύντροφο. Now, σύντροφο is a very beautiful word. Syn, again, is a prefix that means together. It's like the Latin cum or con. And we just had it before in a word we just talked about. Σύμβονο, right? We had σύμβονο. Together, to feel the pain of the other person together. And here, σύντροφο, there are many such words in Greek which begin with syn, and they always express some kind of togetherness. Σύντροφο, and τροφή is the food. Τροφή. Σύντροφο means the person with whom you are eating food together, the companion, your friend, your companion, your comrade. This is also has been used by communists, the same word to express comrade in arms, right? Is also σύντροφος. So it is generally the companion, the person with whom you eat together, but it's not so much a relationship thing, a sexual and erotic companion. Syndrophos is more a companion in terms of friendship, or somebody with whom you are very close, but in a non-erotic, non-sexual way. So I found a companion, tis nichtas, of the night. Nichta is the night, tis nichtas is a genitive, tis nichtas. I found a companion of the night, fotino. And fotino you will perhaps recognize in there, the beginning is phos. Phos means light. I found a companion of the night who is lit up, who is shining. I found a shining companion of the night. Right? This is how we would translate it more naturally. I found a shining companion of the night. Okay, let's go on. Ston Ourano Ein'ena Asteri, surprise. You know what this means. Ein'ena Asteri, again, you know this, there is a star. Εκεί ψηλά. Now, εκεί means there, over there. Ψηλά, ψηλός is high up. Ψηλά. You can say anything is ψηλά, the birds fly high, or even a building is high, then it is ψηλό, or my husband is tall, right? Then he's also ψηλός. So, Ein'ena Asteri, εκεί ψηλά. There is a star up there high. Που πάντα, που is which, the relative clause, which. Πάντα, πάντα means always, which, always. Μου, me, to me, χαμογελά. And χαμογελά is to smile. Right? This is χαμογελά. This was a little scary now, but yeah, this is what it means. So, χαμογελά. Because γελάω is to laugh. And if you don't laugh, but only smile, it is called χαμόγελο. Χαμογελά means a smile. Ein'ena Asteri, εκεί ψηλά, που πάντα μου χαμογελά. There is a star up there which always smiles at me.
Στον ουρανό είναι ένα αστέρι που του έχω πει τα όνειρά μου τα δειλά.
Ston Ourano Ein'ena Asteri, in the sky there is a star, που του έχω πει. Που του έχω πει. So this song has lots of these cut off parts of words to fit them into the rhythm of the song. But it sounds very natural in Greece. This is how people speak, because sometimes words are longer and you have to shorten them a little. Που, that, which, to him, right? To ho. Ho here is echo. But you cannot easily pronounce to echo, it's too long, too many vowels. So tuho. Tuho means to echo. And echo, of course, means I have, right? So in the sky there is a star, to which I have pi. And pi comes from leo. It's a very irregular verb, unfortunately, to speak. Most of these very high frequency Greek verbs are horribly irregular. I don't know why this is. The most common verbs are the most irregular ones. So leo is to speak, and echo pi is I have said, I have spoken, I have told. I will make another video about leo where I give you all the forms, but for the moment it's enough to know that it's the past form of speaking. So, που του έχω πει, towards which, to which I have in the past said, told. What have I told? Τα όνειρά μου. Now here is a small little thing. Oniro is the dream, and Ta όνειρα μου is plural, my dreams. So you know the mu means my, but it always comes after the thing that is mine. So το αυτοκίνητό μου is my car, το σπίτι μου is my house, τα όνειρά μου are my dreams. So instead of in English where you have the mu, the mine, you know, before the thing, my house, in Greek you have it after, σπίτι μου. And so τα όνειρά μου means my dreams. Now you will see you have two tone marks, two stress marks on the όνειρα. And this is a common thing that happens if after the word you have a mu, σου, tu, mine, yours, his, hers, then the tone goes back from the mu to the previous word, to the last syllable of the previous word. This kind of makes sense if you think of the pronunciation. Normally it would be ta όνειρα μου. But you cannot say this like this. Ta όνειρα μου. This doesn't flow. If you want to make it flow, you have to say τα όνειρά μου. Τα όνειρά μου. You cannot put the tone on the O really, because then you get this up and down, which is hard to pronounce. So τα όνειρά μου are my dreams. And they didn't want to remove the tone from the O because you want to know that this is the όνειρα, so it belongs there. And so it gets two tones, ta όνειρα μου. And the second tone on the A is the tone that comes over from the mu, and the mu is unstressed, ta όνειρά μου. It's not ta όνειρα μου, ta όνειρά μου. And you speak it really like this. You let the tone go to the last syllable of the previous word. So this is not a big thing. If you get it wrong, people still understand you. I just tell you in case you wonder why some words have two stress marks. Normally every word has one, but if after the word comes a mu, then the tone will go back to the last syllable of the previous word. Τα όνειρά μου, τα δειλά. Δειλός means somebody who is timid, somebody who is not brave, a coward perhaps, but it also here means more like shy or secret. The star to whom I have told my shy dreams or my secret dreams. So this person is alone, right? She is wandering alone in the night. Obviously, without a partner, the star is her partner, which is also wandering alone. And she talks to the star and tells it her shy dreams. It's beautiful, right? And so now we come to the end of the song. Το περσινό το καλοκαίρι. Πέρσι means last year. I don't know if there's an English word for this, for last year in one word, but in Greek it's very common. So πέρσι is a very common word meaning last year. What did you do last year? Τι έκανες πέρσι? Πού ήσουνα πέρσι? Where were you last year? So last year always has this one word, πέρσι. Το περσινό. So last year's. Το καλοκαίρι, and καλοκαίρι is the summer, right, as you probably know, comes from καλό, good, and kairos, which is the weather, good weather season, right, is the name of the summer. This is another thing I love about Greek, that the words often make sense if you look at their roots, at how they come about. Καλοκαίρι is a very clear word for summer, although in English it would be difficult, right, to say what summer means. Why is it called summer? But το περσινό το καλοκαίρι, καλοκαίρι, good weather. The good weather of last year, but it means the summer of last year. So, last year's summer, what happened? And you have to know, of course, summer in Greece is always holiday season. It's the time of the year when people have holidays, they don't work. Schools have a long break of 2 or 3 months sometimes. Employees get holidays, everybody's traveling around, everybody gets around. And in this Greek summer, with its warm nights and the beautiful weather, people fall in love, right? So this is the time to fall in love. There are other cultures that have more romantic images about fireplaces and, whatever, bare skins on the floor. But this is not the Greeks, right? Obviously, the Greek weather in winter and in spring and in fall is not good. It's raining, it's cold, it's windy, sometimes it snows. But the summer is the period, the season in which this is the time to be in love, right? And there are endless songs about love on the beach, being in love, walking around the beach with your beloved, falling in love in summer and perhaps separating again in fall. This is also a common experience because Greeks travel, of course. In summer they go to other places. Tourists come over for the summer but leave after the summer. And so after the summer is the time for separation. And so there are many songs that work with this image of in the summer being together, being happy, having nights on the beach together, sexual erotic experiences. But then after the summer, everything is over and I'm alone again, right? So this is a very common thing in Greek songs, in Greek poetry. In the last summer now, in the last year's summer, μες της νυχτιάς την ομορφιά. Μέσα, inside, στις νυχτιάς, of the νύχτα, which is the night, inside of the night's την ομορφιά. Ομορφιά is the beauty. Inside the night's beauty, in the beauty of the night. So last year's summer, in the beauty of the night, μου εκρατούσε. Κρατώ means to hold, to keep, to hold on to something, to hold in one's hand. And together with syndrofia, you remember syndrofia, we just talked about it, means companionship. And to hold companionship, so the holding here is just the verb that applies typically to companionship. To keep, we would say in English, right? To keep company. And as you say in English, to keep company, in Greek, you would say to hold companionship. But it means exactly the same thing, to keep company, right? In the beauty of the night, it kept me company. And because it's summer, and this now reminds you of all these erotic experiences, love on the beach and so on, she, the singer here, is lonely. She doesn't have anyone, and so the companion she has is this star. So the star is her only companion, and in the beauty of the night, where you're supposed to be with your lover and have all these adventures, she has only the company of this star.
Στον ουρανό Ein'ena Asteri που μου το έκρυψε μια γκρίζα συννεφιά.
Ston Ourano Ein'ena Asteri, in the sky is a star. Που μου το έκρυψε, which μου το έκρυψε. Κρύβω, this is where English cryptography, cryptocurrency comes from. Crypto means to hide, right? This syllable. Crypto, whatever crypto is always hidden, is encoded, we say today, but originally it means to hide. Κρύβω is the verb. Μου το έκρυψε. It hid from me. It was hidden from me by γκρίζα. Γκρίζα, this is a foreign word. It's French originally. Gris means gray. And it's the same in English, right? Gray, grau in German. So it was hidden from me, the star, by a gray συννεφιά. Very common word in Greece. Συννεφιά is the cloud. The clouds, in this case, σύννεφο is one cloud, συννεφιά is a cloudy weather in general. And again, sin means plus, together, and nephos is the cloud. So clouds together, right? So συννεφιά is not only one cloud, but it is clouds, a cloudy weather, an assortment of clouds, right? The sky is overcast, perhaps we would say. So in the sky is a star which was hidden from me by gray clouds. And now, what exactly happens here is a matter of interpretation. Is this really a star she's talking about, or is this actually her love? And perhaps it is another person. Perhaps the star is just the other person who is like a star. It's the love of her life. But then he or she left her, and then the star now is hidden by gray clouds. I leave the interpretation to you, but this is the song. I find it's a very beautiful little song and very easy because half of the song is always the same words with the sky and the star, but we still learn something. So if you enjoyed this, I have a newsletter, holidaygreek.substack.com. I will put the address here, and there you will also find all the vocabulary for these sessions. You can go there and print the words out and read the text again. And otherwise, I will see you again here for the next one. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Το καλοκαίρι μες στις νύχτες την ομορφιά μου εκρατούσε συντροφιά στον ουρανό. Είναι ένα αστέρι που μου το έκρυψε μια γκρίζα συννεφιά.